What's up, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. As y'all can see from the thumbnail, it's a little bit different today. This ain't the regular videos. I'm actually stepping out of the box today. Reason being, I had a couple of requests to give my own 2 cents and what I think about this Tory Lanez situation. I'm sure y'all heard about it. This hip-hop artist, he got hit up 14 times, man. For those who don't know who Tory Lanez is, Tory Lanez, his real name is Daystar Peterson, man. He's actually a Canadian-born hip-hop artist slash rapper slash R&B artist slash dancehall artist. Multi-talented, man. The man be doing his thing. My hat's off to him. It's just very unfortunate what happened to him. Wish a speedy recovery for Tory Lanez, man. So this came out, bro, on Monday. I seen it on Instagram. I was scrolling on Instagram. I seen something about it, but I really didn't look all the way into it. And later on in the day, one of the guys who I was locked up with in the Georgia Department of Corrections, he had hit me up, and he was like, "Bro, you ain't heard what happened to your boy?" You know, when he said that, he knew I used to listen to a lot of Tory Lanez. I got put on to Tory Lanez while I was in the system. I was like, "What happened?" He was like, "Man, Tory got hit up 14 times." I was like, "Dang." I said, 14 times? He's like, "Yeah, bro." He said, "Bro, they had to airlift that man." Now, when he said they had to airlift him, I knew it was something serious, bro. Because I've been to prisons, bro, and I seen that big helicopter land on prison yards, bro, when dudes taking their last breath or about to take their last breath, bro, trying to save their life. So once he said that, I knew it was serious, man. I said, "Man, ain't no way somebody hit Tory up like that." He's like, "Yeah, bro, they did it to Tory, bro." I said, "Man, ain't no way." Now, the accused offender who actually did this to Tory Lanez, man, is 42 years old, Santino Casio, man. Santino Casio, y'all probably see his picture on the thumbnail, man. This dude, you can look at him and tell that, yeah, he's one of them dudes. He don't play the radio or none of that stuff. So the big question is, like, what did Tory do, bro? What did Tory do to get hit up 14 times, bro? For his lungs to be punctured, for him to get hit in the chest. He got one hit up onto the left cheek or something like that in his face, bro. I seen him talking about. And the same thing my guy was saying to me on the phone, "Bro, what you think he did?" I was like, "Bro, I don't know." So while I was scrolling on the internet, I seen all type of stuff, bro. People were saying that Tory was being extorted by the Mexican mafia. People were saying that Megan Thee Stallion people put a hit on Tory Lanez. People were saying that the music industry put a hit on Tory Lanez, bro. And this is crazy. Now back to the accused offender, one Santino Casio, man. That man is 42 years old, and he's actually doing a life sentence with the possibility of parole. Now, why was he locked up? Now, man, this is crazy. This man was locked up for unaliving 2 people, man. And one of them was a 13-year-old girl, man. He was 20 years old dating a 13-year-old girl, and he ended up unaliving her with a shotgun, man. Very unfortunate situation, bro. Now, people will ask, now, why was Tory Lanez around this inmate? Why was Tory Lanez in the same dorm or anywhere around this inmate? Now, Tory Lanez was also locked up for a violent crime. If y'all don't know, in 2020, he was charged with the pew-pewing of Megan Thee Stallion, another hip-hop artist, bro. But in 2023, he was actually found guilty and was sentenced to 10 years in the California Department of Correction. And that was real big all over the internet. I'm sure y'all heard about that. And people were saying it was a lot of corruption in that case because Tory wasn't the one that did it and all this type of stuff. But guess what, bro? He got charged for it. So guess what? That's what he was doing the time for, and that's what he almost lost his life for, bro. Getting hit up 14 times. Now let's move to the thing where they say Megan Thee Stallion. I don't personally think that Megan put a hit on him, to be honest with you. I could be wrong or I could be right, but I don't think so, bro. That man already doing his time for the crime. Why would she go out the way to put a hit on him, to silence him or something like that? One of the things why people were saying that is dad, actually, Tory Lanez dad actually had a press conference, I think the day after Tory Lanez was hit up, to let people know what was going on with Tory and saying that he was actually all right. He was back talking. He was actually doing good, man, which is real good for Tory Lanez. His dad was like, he was saying that Megan Camp had something to do with it because Tory Lanez was actually coming up for appeal, and a lot of people were saying that Tory Lanez was going to be free. Now you seen a lot of people like Drake, you seen their stories, there was like free Tory, Tory finna be home, all type of stuff, man. So it was crazy. It was very crazy, bro. His dad was like, it was new evidence that came up. One of the security guards in the case said that Megan's friend was the one that pew-pewed her and not Tory Lanez, and now that he was willing to testify on the behalf of Tory Lanez. So they were saying that was the reason why Megan Camp was pressing the issue or put a hit on Tory Lanez, because they didn't actually want Tory to actually get out. Now, one of the other reasons I actually heard, it was kind of crazy too. They said the music industry was doing it. They wanted to take Tory out. And I'm thinking, like, why did they want to take Tory Lanez out, bro? I did a little research about that. Now, I remember back in like 2020, I don't know if y'all remember when the NFT thing was real big. Like the currency that you use on the blockchain, it's like digital currency where people was buying like different pictures of stuff and they could resell them for different money. It was real big, bro. A lot of people made a lot of money then. A lot of people was hopping on the wave. Now, back at that time, Tory Lanez, he had went and got independent. Tory Lanez went and got all the way independent. He owned all his masters. He owned all this stuff. And Tory Lanez actually released a whole album on the NFT, bro, platform, bro. On the digital currency platform. And you know what, bro, that album sold out in 59 seconds, bro. Tory Lanez made $1 million in 59 seconds. And I remember he was on Instagram, on his Instagram story, because back then I followed him on Instagram. He was like, man, I cracked the code. I told y'all, I cracked the code. And he was going crazy, bro. Can you believe that, bro? You made $1 million, bro, in 59 seconds. That's crazy. Why you got other rappers who signed all type of labels and stuff, bro, they ain't selling nothing but like 20,000, 30,000 first week. Big time hip hop artists. Now, he did crack the code, and people was like, big time record labels, they didn't like that because they wasn't getting no money. They cut out of the whole system. So that was one of the reasons people were saying that Tory did hit up 14 times in Chain Gang. Now, the other reason, I seen something came around about 2 days ago. They actually said that Tory Lanez was in visitation while Santiano was in visitation, and Tory was hitting on Santiano's girl. And I was like, damn, why would Tory want to hit on this man's wife? And there was like, the wife came back and told Santiano that Tory was trying to holler at her. And when Santiano approached Tory about this in the dorm, he said Tory chumped him off like, man, I'ma F your wife. You know what I'm saying? She like black dudes anyways. That's what they said. That was one of the biggest stories that was going around 2 days ago. And I was like, damn, man, if Tory did something like that, you know, that's definitely a valid reason for somebody to hit you up 14 times. That's kind of up close and personal. They said that man had 2 tools. He came up close and personal with him. And for me, being in the system and then the time in the system, bro, I done seen plenty of situations where dudes get into confrontation with other dudes, bro, for looking at their mama in visitation, looking at their sister, looking at their girl, or dudes even playing with themselves while looking at people, family member, bro. I seen dudes get wet up and get beat up about this situation. So if I said Tory did something like that, bro, he probably deserved it. And I was like, man, but I still don't see the reason why Tory will do something like that. So then another situation came up today, man. I heard a recording today that this guy on Facebook, I'm actually trying to find a link for it. He got on the call with somebody that was at that state prison that Tory was at, somebody that actually was in the dorm. It was another Hispanic that was in the dorm, and this Hispanic said that he was a porter. Now, let me tell y'all what this man said on the phone call. Now, this was actually a real jail call. You could hear the actual recording stuff, the collect call stuff going through. Now, this dude was asking me, like, why this happened to Tory. And the first thing the dude was saying, he was like, bro, when they got up early that Monday morning, he said he seen Santiano. And Santiano called him, like, what's up, fool? Come here. And he said he went over there. And Santiano was like, man, I'm finna hit this fool up. So he's like, who you talking about? He's like, man, Tory. He's like, man, what you finna hit Tory up for? He's like, Tory trying. He's like, man, this fool keep trying me, man, talking crazy to him. I already told him to stop, and he won't stop. So Santiano, the orderly, the porter said, he said to Santiano, do what you do. And he said moments after that, bro, Tory door opened. Tory came out. Can you just imagine the man came out early in the morning, bro? As soon as he opened door in the morning, Dude just approached him, bro, with 2 bangers, bro, going crazy on him. Just started hitting him. So now I'm like, the dude asking the guy, he's like, so where the blacks was? He said one of the black guys actually got up, tried to intervene, but the porter said, the porter was actually Hispanic too. They said the porter told him, like, man, don't get into it, man. If you get into it, it's gonna be ugly. All the Mexicans finna be on all the blacks. Now, I know California prison is a little bit different from Georgia prison, bro. If that was Georgia prison, it would have been way, way different, bro. But hey, majority probably rules out there in California. So he said, when he said that the dude actually stood down, like he wanted no parts of it. So the guy continued to say, man, Tory, he got his lungs punctured because when Tory was actually on the ground and dude was over him, hitting him with him, Tory was hollering for help. Like, help, man. Don't let him kill me, man. Don't let him kill me. And dude, like, he was gasping for air. You could hear when his lungs punctured, man. And I done been in the prison system, bro. I done seen dudes get hit up, bro, to where their lungs punctured, bro. They want to scream for help and they want to cry, but they can't catch it. They be like, they can't, no air, bro. And I was like, man, that's crazy. And dude said that was the reason. He continued to speak, and he was like, man, he hear all these rumors about all this stuff going on where people was like, yeah, this Tory tried to holler at bro girl, and Megan put a hit. He was like, man, it's nothing like that, bro. They said Tory and dude was like, Tory was talking crazy to dude in the system. And one thing I know about people in the system that got a lot of money, bro, they will do that. From my experience, being in being behind the walls, they do that, bro. They'll call you broke ass. You ain't got nothing going on. Get you some motion, especially somebody like as far as Tory caliber, bro. And I done heard this about Tory Lanez. They say he could be like that. He could be real arrogant, bro. A lot of people say Tory Lanez got the Napoleon complex. You know, he a short dude. You know what I'm saying? So he already feel like he got to go extra hard. Especially being in Chain Gang and you a millionaire. You know, he probably going crazy, but you cannot play with a dude like Santiano, bro. This man do not play the radio, bro. But my question is, bro, like, why didn't the blacks do something, bro? Why didn't they do something? Even that one dude that stood up, bro, even if he did get scared, I'm sure it's a lot of black people, bro. And I'm sure that Tory Lanez was taking care of a lot of people behind the walls, bro. I know how it is with dudes who got money, bro. They always have foot soldiers and they always have guys behind them. This is crazy, bro. I don't see why it ain't pop off. And that's the thing that the guy was saying on the call. The guy was saying, because the guy asked, and he's like, man, is it finna be a race war behind this? He's like, man, it ain't finna be no race war. If it was finna be a race war, it would have happened right then at that moment when Tory Lanez got hit up, bro. But like I said, it's different over here in Georgia where I did my time, bro. Because if that happened in Georgia, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Probably all the Hispanics would be off all compound, bro. They'll be off all compound. These folks actually be going crazy. So I truly, this last part I shared about the dude that called, bro, that I listened to, that's the story that I could mostly go for, bro. To be honest with you about what happened to Tory, bro. Because I know dudes like that with money, they can be disrespectful in Chain Gang, bro. And some guys, they actually don't play the radio. They ain't got to be part of no gang. Sometimes they go on their solo mission, bro. You hear what that man told that man? That man told that man, I'm finna hit him up, bro. He told one person he finna hit him up, and he was like, all right, I got you. Now, it is very unfortunate, bro. You got to be careful how you talk to people. It could be behind the walls. It could be out here on the streets. It don't matter how much money you got, bro. You can't go around disrespecting people, talking down to people. Like, bro, everybody's life is equal. Everybody's life is the same, bro. It don't matter if you up there or I'm down here, bro. You show respect to everybody, bro. Now I want y'all to, bro, drop in the comments and give y'all own 2 cents of what y'all think about this Tory Lanez situation, and let us continue this conversation, man.